Hello, this is Mario Gonzalez. I'm your 2025 NEFAR President. Many of you know me as the broker-owner of a small real estate company here in Jacksonville and Pensacola. Others know me as the 2020 MLS President. But for those of you that don't know me, I'd like to take just a second, introduce myself to you, and then tell you a little bit about me and why real estate is so important. And then I'd like to introduce to you the three pillars or statements of this year's theme as we move forward. Now, let me start off with my why. And I really am going to take this all the way back to my childhood home. So I'm going to show you a photo of my childhood home. There it is right there. Nope, not that one. This one right here. That is my childhood home. Let me zoom in to kind of give you a proportion. That is a full-size car in front of that home, and that home actually already has an addition built onto it. So why do I show you this photo? My father was a first-time immigrant, first-generation immigrant from Mexico. He came here to get a piece of the American dream, and that's exactly what he did. And he was so proud, and this was the first home he was able to buy after he came to the United States. And we raised our family there. Now, tragedy kind of hit me. I remember when he lost his home in foreclosure. We were at the edge of foreclosure. He worked with an investor, and the investor really wasn't that kind to us. So we had to leave this home. We were losing this home to foreclosure. We had to leave the home kind of in the middle of the night. I remember packing a bag and a couple of my small toys, and we went to live in a low-income apartment. Now, as events turned, we were able to return to this home. My father was able to repurchase that home back from that investor. And the feeling that I had returning back to a home, I didn't understand all the circumstances then, but I will tell you, I felt safe and secure returning back to my home. And that core of that feeling goes back to absolutely everything I do in real estate. I don't care if I'm working with a renter or a buyer or a seller. I understand the importance of how people feel making that largest purchase or even just coming back to home. So it is absolutely something that hits me at my core. Now, many of you also know that I was a 24-year military veteran, and service is absolutely in my blood. Now, I've served NEFAR for a long time. I was the 2020 MLS president during COVID. And that was a very challenging time as we had to kind of figure things out on the fly. How do we keep the MLS going? How do we show homes with videos? How do we get the paperwork going so things can be seamless? And we were able to do that. And now, coming into this realm that we're in right now, coming out of 2024, I have three specific pillars, if you will, or individual statements of this year's theme, and I hope they will be able to carry forward. So I'm going to introduce these things, and it is forward, together, in service, three separate statements, and I'd like to break down each and every single one. So first, forward. We have got to move forward from the NAR settlements in 2024. We learned a lot of lessons. We had to change a lot of policies and procedures. We have new forms, and we have got to move forward in that. Unfortunately, we cannot change the past. We have got to learn to take our new situations and move forward from where we're coming. Now, I will tell you this, real estate agents are some of the most resilient entrepreneurs I've ever met in my life. You guys have survived so much, not just you guys, we have survived so much, from crazy interest rates back in the 80s to changing regulations around inspectors and appraisers to the time of great sadness, as Patty Ketchum calls it, when the mortgage industry collapsed, to most recently the rising interest rates, to COVID, the global pandemic that I just talked about. Real estate agents have continued to survive. Now, moving forward here, from 2024, my challenge is not to just have us survive, but to thrive in this new environment. So you will see one of the things that we've done in 2025 is all the leaders across NEFAR and the committees, councils, task force. We have a mix of very experienced agents and leaders, and we have a new crop of leaders that are coming out of Leadership Academy. They have proven themselves. They are ready to take and innovate NEFAR into the future. And let me talk a little bit about the innovation. You really have to look no further than what our MLS is doing. Our MLS is doing some amazing things out there that are literally leading the nation. We have cutting edge technology, productivity tools that are at your fingertips there if you've looked at the dashboard. The new data integrity they have spent so long to make sure that you have the most accurate data in your fingertips. And most recently, we have this coast-to-coast data share where you can be informed on all the information moving up and down the coast. And it is a fantastic thing. So our leaders and our tools are meant to innovate us forward from where we're coming. Now, the second pillar, together. Please remember, This was told me a long time ago. Real estate is a team sport, and it absolutely is. We have got to move forward from where we're coming from together. We can't be a bunch of individuals. And we have to do this to protect our industry for tomorrow. If it's important, if we want to be relevant moving forward, we have got to move forward together. Now, to do this, it's not an easy task. We have to stay informed and educated on all the, again, policy and procedures changes that are coming down the pipe. And we're starting this out by bringing orientation for brand new agents back to live in NEFAR. So we're going to start from the ground up, building this teamwork, building this education as we move forward. Now, you've probably heard this coming out of the lawsuit here, that you have to know your value, that is going to be important as you move forward. Well, my challenge to each and every one of you is to know your NEFAR. And we're going to do this in a variety of ways. So you will see here in 2025, Real MLS is releasing what they call their Real MLS ambassadors. And these are individuals that are going to go out to the brokerages, to the meeting places, and they're going to be talking about the services and the tools that I just discussed there that MLS has to offer. Likewise, your NEFAR leaders, are challenging them to also spread the word and what NEFAR, the value of NEFAR. Most people understand that NEFAR has an education component, but it's so much more than that. It's professional development. It is leadership development. It's all the services with lockboxes and tools. It is the information, weekly emails, videos, social. It's advocacy, fighting for individual homeownership rights. There is so much there, and we are going to be marketing and showing you so much about this value that you have out there. And the third pillar of this year's theme is in service. And I ask you to remember, we are a customer service-based business. Our customers and our clients are absolutely at the top of that. We have nothing without them. And we have to remember this is a relationship-based business. But our service doesn't just end to them. It also extends to our affiliates, our lenders, our insurance companies, our inspectors, our title companies, our home warranty companies, all the above. We also have a service to them, and they glean off of absolutely everything that we do in real estate. But it doesn't end there. Remember, on the other side of the transaction, there is another agent, and we have really an expectation to help that other agent get across the finish line. If there's an old saying in the Navy that a rising tide lifts all boats. So do your best to help those other agents. Here's some numbers that may shock you as I look back through 2024. Last year, out of 12,000 agents, the average sales per agent was 2.3, meaning the average agent sold 2.3 homes in all of 2024. As a matter of fact, 28% of our local agents had 0 closings last year on the buy or the sale side. That's crazy. Also, 25% of the homes listed to sell never sold last year. They went expired. Those are some crazy numbers, but we can work together to lift absolutely all of that. So here in closing, I will just remind you, service is in my blood, and I'm going to give everything I have to help you and all of us move forward together in service in 2025. But I ask these words not just be words on the screen to you. Please, please, please. I beg of you, let these 3 words be anthems in absolutely everything that we do. So let's move forward together in service in 2025. God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the field.